Blue hydrogen.
I think that the lobby from the oil and gas industry about blue hydrogen is very strong, and their voice is louder than the voice of green hydrogen.
We need to make a decision now to stop using fossil fuels, e.g. blue hydrogen, rather than continuing to build out the fossil fuel industry.
In May this year, international pressure on the government grew with an unexpected call for an immediate end to all new oil and gas exploration.
The International Energy Agency is the world's foremost authority. It's an incredibly conservative body. So for that body to turn around and say, after 2021, there can be no new fossil fuel exploration if we're going to have a chance of meeting climate goals, is a huge, huge deal.
The UK government, which last year issued 113 new oil exploration licenses, has announced it intends to continue issuing licenses if they align with UK climate change objectives.
Denmark have done it, Costa Rica, Belize, France. There's a growing club of nations that have said no new oil and gas infrastructure. They're the real leaders. Until Boris Johnson says, we will stop digging up new oil and gas, his status as a climate leader is in complete tatters.
But if Britain's apparent loyalty to oil seems embarrassing enough in the week of COP26, what about this? It's a little-known British policy called MER, or Maximising Economic Recovery, and it's enshrined in an Act of Parliament.
So the Act places a legal duty on producers in the North Sea to extract every drop of oil and gas that is economic. Since 2015, when the Paris Agreement was signed, the UK government has given £4 billion of public money to North Sea oil and gas companies to incentivise further extraction of oil and gas.
The government isn't locking itself into ongoing fossil fuel production. So whether that's its enthusiasm for new offshore oil platforms, you saw that with the Glengorm gas field, and of course now with Cambo just off Shetland.
Cambo alone is expected to produce millions of barrels of oil, making the government's net zero target even more difficult. So, how do they plan to square that circle? At number 8 in the 10-point plan, they promise an exciting new industry to capture the carbon and continue to emit. The government says this brand new carbon capture plant in Cheshire will pave the way for massively upscale versions able to capture and store CO2 permanently in the rock under the North Sea. Not everyone is convinced.
There's been endless prototype projects, endless predictions that it's about to become a massive technology. None of this has ever come to pass.
This plant will capture just 1/10,000th of the carbon that the UK produces each year, and it won't be stored underground. It'll be used to make baking soda.
Capture CO2, put it into brownies, and so on. And it's these technological breakthroughs that will cut the cost for consumers.
Carbon capture could be a useful way to offset difficult to decarbonise sectors like